happy to have you, Mary.
Nancy, how's it going here to get Dave in here? Is he here with us?
It says connecting to audio.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll get connected here in just a second.
Well,
Right.
I had a one-on-one chat with Dave. Extraordinary man, extraordinary individual. Really.
Well, we look forward to him coming in and joining us. So let's go ahead and get started.
And I'm going to be the official timekeeper.
Perfect.
Yay.
Thank you. And Debbie, you've got the door in case somebody tries to come in, right? Excellent.
I do. Am I the bouncer?
You are. You are. They get out of line, we're going to kick them out and don't let them back in.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. My name is Nancy Gaskins, and I've offered 3 sessions today, a get to know me session to see kind of what we're all about, and basically a chance for you guys to get together, meet one another, do some networking, and practice your ATAs. So I'm going to start with this. There's something magical that happens when you get a group of entrepreneurs just like us from around the world together in the same room. Not only do you make great connections, but you're able to build lifetime friendships, generate leads, and we can solve our most pressing issues. But you walk away inspired, reinvigorated, and empowered to rise higher, go further, faster. That's possible because you're being exposed to some of the most creative and brilliant minds on the planet. Who is that? The entrepreneur. My name is Nancy Gaskins. I've had a lifetime of entrepreneurial activity, and let me tell you what, I love it. I specialize in small business development. I help entrepreneurs just like you discover creative ways to grow your business. We do this by referral partnerships, masterminds, and cooperative projects. Quality leads, as you know, is the lifeblood of every one of our business. Not everyone in this group right now or in your network is a prospect. They're not always going to be your client, but guess what? 100% of everybody in your sphere of influence can be a referral partner. It's not going to happen overnight, and it takes work to cultivate that, but buddy, let me tell you, is it worth it? Imagine the impact of having an additional 5, 10, or 20 brand new referral partnerships being added to your network each and every day, each and every week for the next 12 months. Could you use a frontline profit machine like that to help grow your business? I currently have 10,000 people and counting. Actually, last count was about 13,000 in my network, and I'm growing by almost 300 a week. I'm doing 75 one-on-ones and about 500 exposures, if not more, each and every week. I've got a system that I've put in place like that. I have several platforms that I use to promote my referral partners. We just need to find out where each of you fits into my network. So in order to do that, I need to know, what do you need? The more I know, the more you grow. Do you need help with your elevator pitch, leads, introductions, sales, graphic design? Do you need a platform to launch your speaking career? How about cash? Some of you may need some cash to launch a new business, a grant, or something like that. You want to write a book, a blog, launch a podcast. Maybe you want to be a guest on one of those platforms. Sometimes you just need some people to bounce some ideas off of just to see if you're going in the right track or not. Maybe you just need some feedback. No matter what you need like that, our network can help. Imagine being able to pick up the phone 24/7, send an email, or go online and get help. That's what you get just by being part of my community. That's the power of knowing the right people and having all the right connections. I know people, my people know people. The question is, do you have all the right connections? And would you like to have all the right connections? If you do, I'm offering a special during Laurel's event. Here's what you get. 52 of these weekly Lunch and Learn Zoom Fridays events. That's 52 a year. 1 mastermind each month. It's a mid-month strategy session where you can plan your next 30 days. You get replays, and you have the opportunities to go across all of my platforms with your products and services to get you in front of our network. So, who'd like to join me on this adventure? If you do, type hashtag show me the money in the comments section. Any questions?
How much does it cost?
$65 a year. How about that? That's an introductory offer. Now, we do have some other options for you to be involved in some other projects we've got going on. But the introductory offer is only $65 a year. Folks, you're not going to get that anywhere. One weekly, an hour and a half, plus the replays, and your mid-month mastermind for 65 bucks.
And I already bought you up on your offer.
You did? Well, thank you. Awesome.
When are the
I get to add another one. I'm sorry, Jane?
When are the masterminds?
Was it the first or the second Tuesday, Debbie? Which one? Yours is the second. I think I
No,
put mine as the first.
Mine is the third.
Okay, then mine's the
yours was
second.
second.
Okay, the second Tuesday of each month. And we're going to have morning, lunchtime, and evening sessions. That way, across the gamut, we can make sure that we get everybody on board with that.
And how many hours long are they?
An hour and a half.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And this is a big accountability session in there. So, you know, when we come in here and we discuss, we love each other and all that stuff, but we're going to be tough on you. When you say you're going to do something, we're going to expect that you're going to do it. We want to see you rise higher. Okay. Now, the way that we do this in this format is we give each other feedback on our pitches. We say what we don't like. We say what we do like. We give each other tips on how we can improve. Most of us, like myself, we've been changing our pitches for the last 2 weeks, whatever, you know, back and forth, back and forth. So some of us are still reading off of papers and, you know, it's not flowing exactly like we want it to off of our tongues, but this is where we get into this and we give each other feedback. So I'm open. Don't worry about hurting my feelings. I can take it. So I want to do better. And the only way that I can is by you giving me some feedback. So go for it. Come on, don't be afraid.
I love
What
it.
else?
I already want to sign up.
Okay, type show me the money and I'll send you the link to my PayPal.
I did.
Okay, thank you.
There's nothing to improve at the moment.
Well, thank you, Elise. Speaking of
Well-
that, would you like to go next? Because I've got some tidbits for you today. Would you like to go
Okay.
first?
So one thing, put your PayPal link in the chat.
Will do.
Make it easy.
Nancy, can I ask a question?
Questions are 2 for 99 cents, but guess what? For you, I'll give you a deal.
99 cents US or Canadian?
US.
Darn, that's a lot, man. I'm never going to forget what my question is. Okay, as many of you know me, and so you know that my format is different than your format. And since you said, you know, let's dialogue this, is there a reason that you didn't tell us your price and had us ask your price and ask the dates and ask the times?
Nope. I had my piece of paper sitting right here beside me. I just omitted it on accident.
Okay.
So
Sure.
thank you for bringing that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And
Yeah.
one of the things that I didn't say in the beginning is I kind of explain normally how we do this. What we're working on the next year, so everybody knows, we're working on a 30-second pitch, a 1.5-minute pitch, a 3-minute pitch, and we're going to get you all the way up to a 10-minute presentation. And the reason that we do that is because we want you to be comfortable in absolutely any situation that you find yourself, whether you're at the grocery store, at the ball game, in a formal networking system, something like Jane selling on the spot that most of y'all know here. I promote that all the time on these events. Everybody has a different format, and so we want you to be prepared. We want you to have them memorized. We want you to be able to just, all of a sudden you find yourself in a situation, it's just like automatic. So that's what we work on. And so right now, because this is the first one in this cohort, we do these in cohorts, groups of people. And so this is a new cohort that I'm bringing forward. So we're starting first with a 3-minute pitch, only because it's going to take y'all a while to get everything drilled down and to get it where you can be succinct in that 30-second pitch. And I realize that some of this is the first time you've ever done this before in your life. And so the next phase is we're going to be drilling down into a smaller segment there. But yes. Anything else?
I just want to know, since I actually have you in front of me, when this is over, can you do a one-on-one with me? Because I've been chasing you all event.
there's a good possibility we can. I have to go get my house ready for the next one. I had a short-termer in for only 2 days, and so it's been crazy. I should have somebody to help me with that. That's probably what Laura would say. Why don't you have a manager taking care of that, Nancy, instead of you going over there picking up towels and folding them, right? I'm looking forward to it, Jess. Man, you've been chasing each other, I think, for a month, actually, on LinkedIn.
Yes, so I would like to have at least 30 minutes with you if you have it. I just wanted to.
Guys,
set
what's
that
my
up.
rule? Somebody tell her what my rule is. How many minutes does she get first off?
15.
15.
Well,
We might
you
be
know
able to
what?
work out a deal, Jess.
Since I chased you for a month, I think I get a 15 minutes every day that I hadn't got an appointment.
There
with
you go.
So
There
I
you
at least
go.
get 30. How about that?
We'll do it, Jess. Thank you. All right, Elise, your turn, hon.
Thanks. So am I just presenting, what, 3 minutes?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Elise Shelton. I'm glad to meet you all today. I have an opportunity for all of you and your friends and your neighbors and your family to provide an opportunity to see what it's like to be a consumer. We all are consumers. We buy clothes and food and whatever else you buy. You might buy cars, you might buy a house. You want to use electricity, we buy everything, so we're all consumers. Well, I have an opportunity for you to save on almost everything that you purchase at the places you already shop at. And we're talking about Target and Best Buy and car dealerships, and I can go on and on and on. You know, all of us are what we call consumers, but I have something better, because being a consumer, sometimes you're just con. But I'm a prosumer, and I'd like to make you one too. What you can do is check out me and what I do, and I'd love to have an opportunity to sit down and talk with you for a few minutes to provide you with the opportunity, not just to save money, but to become part of my team and make an amount of money that would probably fill all your dreams. What I'll do is I'll leave my name and number in the chat, and you can give me a holler and we can become team members.
Thank you, Elise. Okay, one of the things, it was a little, I kind of got lost in the flow of things.
Okay.
One of the things that I really would like to work with you on is that affiliate thing that we all talked about last week. Tell them what the name of your company is.
Oh, that's right. Thank you very much. I got so excited.
I know.
I'm affiliated with a company called Team National. And what it is, it's a team in our nation that provides exactly what I said to everyone here in the United States. And it's the most wonderful group of people. If you think you're getting support here, wait till you check out Team National and see the support that you get in every part of your life.
Okay, let me help you. Let me help you here. And then the group,
Okay.
I want you to come together, and I want us to help her come up with a couple of sentences. Let me just tell you something what Team National does. They're a membership club, and one component of it is that you get really great deals on buying things, okay, like for your house or whatever the deal is, you get great discounts. But the most compelling thing that I have found that I love about Team National, it's like one giant, enormous affiliate site, and it has all of your companies under the umbrella. Home Depot, Lowe's, Barnes and Noble. I mean, anywhere that you already shop, they have negotiated with those companies and they're under their website. So what you need to do is you draw people in, and instead of just going directly to Walmart.com or Lowe's.com or Amazon, if you go through Team National, you'll not only get a discount on everything that you're buying, but you get an affiliate commission. It's a brilliant concept. So they don't sell products and services. They're like this big, giant affiliate website for all these companies. Angela Chrysler, and I mean, her dad was a genius when they came up with this. So I think this is a huge selling point. Now, they also have some cool things like you had talked about, and I need to get more information because I'm not schooled.
We have a couple more things that I don't know how many people have tuition monies they still owe, loans they own. Well, they negotiated because there's a lot of programs out there that the government will pay for, but we've had people that had $200,000 paid for their tuition. So if you owe on your school project, we can figure out a way to either lower it or completely eliminate it. And the biggest thing right now is everybody is needing health care, not health
Okay.
insurance.
Okay, so let's come back just a minute. Let's talk about the most important thing on this pitch, and let's get this pitch drilled down.
Okay.
Based on what you guys have heard here, what would you think should be her intro? How do you think she should go about promoting this program?
Well,
Well,
Nancy,
actually, my
one-
biggest thing is we couldn't see your eyes.
yeah,
And so, yeah, I think it's really important to
I
to be
agree.
framed properly because that
Okay.
was kind of distracting. So,
Thank you.
so, and I understand that Team National does a lot of things, and so it depends on your audience. We have some local Team National, and because they're business owners, small business owners and entrepreneurs, they talked about credit card processing and saving money. And one of the local businesses saved enough and then did a ton of advertising and promotion because of that. So stories are good too, and base it on who your audience is.
And she
Thank
does
you.
have a fantastic story about
Right.
her granddaughter, and we'll let her do that. If we have time, we'll go back around, Elise, and let you do that. Marcia, did you have something you'd like to add to that?
I just want to sort of go on what Nancy said. Nancy, did you mention to Elise about that her eyes, not only that her face, the top half of her face we couldn't see. It's not so much the glasses, it's that we couldn't see the top half of your face.
Okay.
So it's the way your camera was angled, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to mess with that right now.
Okay, looks good right now. Looks good.
Okay.
We can see you.
Yeah, it's good
Great.
now.
Thank
Okay,
you.
anybody else? I like the consumer that you've changed up and done that. That's something new and that's something unique, and that probably everybody will lean in and wonder what that is. Okay, Marsha, I know you have, yes, Jessica.
I was wondering, I think I've heard of programs like yours before. I know one, shop.com. I wondered, one, because you're doing a lot of international speaking, is it international shopping?
No,
or
it's not
just
international.
US?
It's just in the United States at the moment.
I would clarify that just because you are speaking.
Okay.
I'm just trying to.
No, that's great. Thank you.
And
Yes.
then I know also some of the programs that are like yours do a fundraising program for nonprofits. Can we
Thank
use that
you.
way? Does yours
Yes,
do that too?
you can actually become, the nonprofit can actually become a
I would just
a
simply
mark,
say
right.
it's a nonprofit fundraise.
Yes.
Like give a couple of bullets. So here's the main feature of the meet. Here's a couple of bullets of other things it can do, because it might perk someone's ear up. You don't know what is going to resonate with them. I was just thinking. I do that occasionally.
Nope, you do that a lot and keep doing it.
Okay, Marsha.
I have a feeling Laurel's going to be using you big time.
Okay, so
Scared to death, I have to tell you. Sorry, Marsha.
Well, you know what? But Laurel loves that. I've told her that more than once. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm scared. She goes, that's great. You're in a great position. Okay. No, you are. And Jane too. I heard she making some moves. Maybe.
Oh, good for you. Good for
Maybe.
you.
Anyway, go ahead.
Maybe, maybe not.
Go ahead, Marsha.
I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes starting now. Hello, I am Marsha LaCour from Toronto, Canada. I am a daily accountability strategist, and I work with entrepreneurs like you to provide daily accountability in all areas of your life. So let's have a conversation to see where you would have daily accountability available to you. Put in the chat #accountability, or you can text me following the email, following the cell number that I'm going to provide in the chat now. Thank you.
All right, does anybody have any feedback? I give you kudos again because she has shortened that up and tightened that up. And one of the things that I wanted to promote was she had every single one of the most important pieces in her pitch now but it's very short and very succinct. And just tighten up that call to action right there, which I know that's new, how you're doing that. And I think that's excellent. Go ahead, Jessica.
What's the price? Did you share that, or are you just promoting a call with you, or are you promoting an actual package, or?
I have a package, and Sandra, what was her name? Sandy Marvin?
Sandy. Yeah, Sandy Marin. How
do you spell her last name?
I think it's Marin, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's Marvich.
A CH, yeah.
Oh,
Sandy Marvich.
That's another Sandy. I'm sorry. Okay.
He had me change up my elevator pitch totally. So I was with Thomas Holland. He gave me quite extensive coaching one-on-one in chat. And then when I went into her room, she said, no, we're going to change that up. And this is what we came up with.
Well, it's succinct and it's short and it's sweet. You know, I'm working on mine to do that with mine, but that was brilliant how you got that nailed down. Just like I said, that call to action is where you need some work.
I want to say this. With Thomas, I had an initial package, which some of you bought in here. Yes, some of you bought that already. And it's a $47 7-day accountability. And it was around health. But 2 people outside this group who did buy it wanted it daily accountability outside of health for entrepreneurial tasks. So I don't know if I should also provide an offer too. So do I do 2 things, provide an offer and let's have a conversation?
Well, it depends on the format and where you're at, because some will only allow you to do 1 offer. You always have 2, and that's what I teach, because you never know if they, want to go around for another round, depending on how many people's in your group. But some are very strict on what kind of offers. For this group, you could do that and some way tie that together where it flows a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But I think you need to have 1 good offer, 1 good solid offer. And then in the chat box, you might say a little bit extra. How about that?
And accountability has to be spelled correctly.
What's your hashtag?
Accountability.
Okay. Who has feedback for her?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Mary.
Marsha, I really liked that, your shortened up pitch. What I'll say is, so I've met Marsha, I've met her many times in person in Toronto. And so I've seen her and heard her other pitches around being a health coach and things. And I like the shortened pitch, and I like how this can apply to things that are more than just health coaching. I think that opens up working with you in a lot of different areas, and then also helps reduce the number of objections or no's. Like if somebody's not really ready to work on their health, but they need help in another area, I think it opens up more doorways of opportunities for you in that regard. People can have all kinds of crazy reasons not to do different things. Anyway, I just love that it was like short and simple. I'm agreeing with what Nancy's saying about tightening up the kind of end and what Jessica's saying, but it's very clear. And I think for anybody who's like really lost, they'll go to you and reach out for help. So it's clear and direct, and I like that. You also speak very clearly. I just have positive feedback from there. I don't think I noticed anything else that I wanted you to work on.
Well, who can help her with that ending there with her call to action? You want to go ahead and repeat that, Marsha, and let's help you flesh that out a little bit?
So let's have a conversation about where you would like daily accountability in your life. Text me or hashtag accountability.
What do y'all think?
I think if you put in the, so the where you'd like to be daily accountability doesn't feel very urgent or painful to me. So something along the lines of, reach your health goals, reach your business goals, stop procrastinating, have the support and accountability you need in your life today, set an appointment, let's get things done. Something a little bit more powerful to say, and just thinking about how is my life going to be better if I stop procrastinating and get this shit done, whatever it is, health, the work,
right.
Whatever it is I'm trying to fix. how is my life going to be better when I get that done?
Right.
I think that some part of the message, even though short is good and concise is good, if I don't feel any pain or urgency, you know, I mean, I'm not criticizing. I'm hopefully
No, no, and that can
adding
be
value.
part of her offer. And I think that you're exactly right. You know, and it needs to be like today. So you want to schedule that appointment. The appointment don't have to be today, but you know, hey, let's get the ball rolling today. Let's set an appointment time to get you on the bandwagon here.
The first action item I'm going to hold you accountable for is schedule an appointment with me.
There you go. Love it.
Let's see what you need to get done.
Good.
And get
Very
it done.
good.
Yes,
Yeah, your
love
first
that.
action item of accountability today is schedule a meeting with me. Let's discuss what you need to get done to have the life that you want to live. That's
Perfect.
the way to say it.
And Marsha, I'll have this up after a while for recording in case you don't get everything. Excellent.
Thank
My
you.
genius is showing.
Hey, all of our geniuses are showing, man. You ought to be listening to us, all this brainstorming we've been doing for the last 3 or 4 sessions. It's been great. It's been great. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
All right, Kathy from Banner Season, would you like to go next?
Sure. So do you need more referrals? How would you like to turn your connections into cash flow? I'm Kathy Scalzo, and I'm a client retention expert. So I help you send cards and gifts by using the Banner Season platform. It can be an automated system where you just plug in the client's information and push a button and they automatically get whatever card you want them to get. So we have a free account where you can just use it for personal use. We have Father's Day coming up, so you can send your Father's Day gift through that, or it's really great for businesses because you can get a subscription. It's only $49 a month, and it includes greeting cards for only 50 cents and unlimited amounts of postcards. You can send as many postcards as you want and use it as a marketing campaign if you want to. And it's just a really great way to build those relationships. So you can, you know, send it to your VIP clients especially, and maybe people that you know that are influencers, because that way they can refer you to people who would be a cold lead, and then you sending them these cards, like say 7 times a year, is going to turn that cold lead into a hot lead really quickly by building that better relationship. So we have gift cards, brownies, all kinds of fun stuff. This is some examples. These are our brownies. You can put whatever picture you want on the front of the brownies. We have gratitude journals, this little clasp. You can put whatever picture you want on there and personalize it with their name. We have these stainless steel water bottles you can personalize any way you want. So with any pictures or any sayings you want, your logo, their logo. We have coffee mugs, you can personalize, and all kinds of fun gifts. So you just really want to build that relationship, because people are going to forget what you said, but they're not going to forget the way you made them feel.
Your offer?
My offer is to have you sign up for a free account and then set a time to chat so we can talk about if a subscription would make more sense for your business.
And your hashtag is?
Build relationships.
Excellent. One of the cool things that happened on one of our previous sessions was we had 2 people in the group that had just recently got one of her cards in the mail and her gratitude journal. So that was really cool to see, and that's what we need. So Kathy, I hope that you have followed up with those people. Tell them to get you a picture with them holding your product and to do a testimonial. For those of you who don't know, I do a ton of cross promotions, and I teach all of my people in my network to do the same. If you want some examples of that, you can go to my Facebook page and you can see my videos I've been doing, pictures, fun posts, you name it. And there's cool ways that you can do it without being spammy. And everybody always comments. I've got friends all over the world. I'm a military spouse, and we've lived and worked all over the world. And it's really super cool. People, I guarantee you, they're always saying, my gosh, she knows some of the coolest people ever. That's because I make it a point. So make sure you do things like that, and it's really neat. And, you know, feel and touch and all of these, that all of you who have products and services like that, get these testimonials and use them. And this morning I reminded everyone, it's okay if you're a direct sales company and you're in a different leg. It doesn't matter. Give each other testimonials to use. Because, you know, we want everybody in here to prosper, and there's enough business, trust me, worldwide for all of us to make a fantastic living. So we all can work together on that. So who has feedback for Kathy?
I have a question. How much are the gratitude journals and how does that part of the program work?
Well, with the subscription, you get a 25% discount on all the gifts. I believe the subscription price is like $12 or $13, something like that. I'd have to look it up to get the exact price for you.
I'm interested. I think I'd like to talk to you about that. So.
Okay, we can chat later.
And she does have, like I said, you can sign up for free and just purchase any of the stuff, or you can sign up and become a member and use that as a business. So I think that's an excellent kind of a lead magnet for you there. So you really need to make sure that you stress that in your offer. You know, hey guys, you can sign it up for free, check it out, see, you know, and there are other options available too, because I know you have the business portion of it as well as the products.
Right.
So that's great. Who else has some feedback for her?
I found it very clear.
She's done a great job. And one of the things that excites me so much is week by week, I can see you guys improving and changing. And I love it because I go back and review these videos and go through them, you know, bit by bit. So Kathy, you've done an excellent job, and everything is shining through, doing probably exactly what you needed to do to get some more sales. Anybody else?
I would like to
Kathy, you have any
say,
information?
Okay, Dave, go ahead.
I'd like to
Welcome,
say,
by the way.
thank you so much. Kathy, you've got a wonderful demeanor, a fantastic smile, very welcoming and very inviting. So I would, again, continue to encourage you to smile, to express your kindness, because that comes across very clearly. You do speak very clearly and very welcoming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I think I would invite Kathy, if she has a written offer, to put it into the chat.
I was going to just say.
Hit in.
Okay. Dave, would you like to go next? Welcome aboard. This is your first time here.
Okay. Thank you.
Nothing like being thrown into the fire pit, huh?
Yeah, that's one of the things you click the button and then you get called up.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much. Nancy, you're doing a great job here. It's really fantastic. I've checked out your Facebook. It really looks wonderful.
Thank you.
My name is Dave Rogers, and I am an author, a social entrepreneur, and somebody who has undertaken projects in about 53 countries around the world. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Raise your hand if you would tend to agree with that. Hashtag social entrepreneur is what I'm inviting you to explore today. It includes a digital copy of Entrepreneur X Factor, which is a book about social entrepreneurship and even tips us into spiritual entrepreneurship. The word spirit is actually breath, esprit, and it is about breathing together, serving together. So in my social entrepreneur package, you'll get a digital copy of Entrepreneur X Factor. I had the privilege of putting together 13 videos to accompany this book, which is in a step-by-step process of taking your business to the next level. In fact, getting it ready to sell or to bring on investors. That is included in your package today. And I'm also going to include a one-on-one personal session for 20 minutes to discuss wherever you're doing in your business. This package is generally $257. Yet what I'm really excited about sharing today is that to register, it's $25. And I'm going to demonstrate what social entrepreneurship, whoever picks it today and decides today, all of the money is going to be donated to my children's orphanage in India, which you will then have an opportunity to meet some of the people if you choose, because that will be your choice. Yet if you take this hashtag social entrepreneur, all of the funds today will be passed on to the orphanage, because they recently had a big flood and it knocked down one of the buildings and we need to repair it right now. There is a GoFundMe. So thank you so much. As we share, it's not what we earn, it's what we give. So let's pay it forward today. Thank you.
Dave, I would love to learn more. 20% of everything that I do through all of my efforts also goes to charity. And I've got some other things that I'm involved in, so I would love to learn more about that. I'm all about social entrepreneurship, and I've been wanting to really get into that a little bit more heavily. And so I look forward to chatting with you on that. Who has some feedback or some questions for Dave?
Well, I'm
Anyone?
going to take you up on your offer, Dave.
There you go.
I want to know what's the time frame for the offer. I just jumped off a ledge with Laurel's team, so I just needed to know how I'll be. I can't, I don't want to overdo, and I'd like to put some balance in it, but I am interested.
This is one of those things that the lady who's doing the GoFundMe is in Perth. She actually went and left Perth and lives in India part-time now. And she reached out to me. So I made already a personal donation, and I just wanted to do this because I'm going to be talking with her tomorrow morning. And so I would say that this is something that for the next, until Tuesday, when we sort of bring it together,
No, I don't mean the deal, but the the time. Am I not understanding? Are you going to work with someone for their business, or is this a recorded training? Or maybe I don't understand the offer all the way, and I apologize. That's probably my fault, not yours.
No, thank you so much. It might have been unclear. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's basically, the offer is one book. You'll get it delivered to you. You'll get a link for the online training program, and then there would be a face-to-face for 20 minutes.
I see now. So the face-to-face for 20 minutes is flexible in scheduling.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. All right. I'd be happy to support that.
And the cost of that again is?
25.
And I still haven't figured out how to get the money to you yet. And
Yes.
It's totally different what we spoke about.
If you hit the link, it might be the similar link.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a link that he's already put it in the chat.
All right.
And
All right, great.
excellent. Okay, we
Dave,
need to give
where
him
are you
some.
located?
I'm in Brampton, Ontario, not too far from my dear friends in Toronto. I believe Marcia's in Toronto, so we're neighbors.
I've been to Toronto, live in Florida, but been there a number of times.
Thank you, Debbie.
Is this U.S. or Canadian?
It would be U.S. Yes.
Anything else? Well, I'll give some comments, and all you guys going to be quiet and reserved. You know, that's not my deal. Dave, you did an excellent job. Your delivery was fantastic. It was slow. Some of us have a big tendency to go real fast and try and get as much in as absolutely possible. Sounded like it was very thoughtful and heartfelt. So you come across warm and genuine, which is really good, especially on Zoom, because sometimes that's kind of difficult for some people to do. I didn't get the time. Marcia, how was his time? Was his time good?
Yeah, he was under 3 minutes.
Okay, so there you go. Well done. He gave us a lot of information. And anything else? Come on, we've got some feedback. We don't leave here till we give somebody something that they can improve on. I guess they're trying to say yours was perfect, Dave. How do you feel about that?
I agree with you. We can all, it's practice makes progress. And
there you go.
I'm very much into progress, and this whole weekend's been fantastic for letting go and being willing to make mistakes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we'll think on it, and we'll come back, and I want y'all to come up with something that you can give him a little tidbit tip. Debbie, would you like to go next?
I was going to add a tidbit for him if you'd like.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. Go ahead.
That's okay. I'm pretty timid about it. I'm a little shy. So
Oh, yeah,
that's kind
absolutely.
of, that's kind of my point is I'm the baby of the group, and I'm kind of the newer person in business. And so I'm finding it a little bit intimidating. So that's coming from my very personal perspective, and it's not a criticism, but I'm saying as somebody who's so new, and it's just like my eyes are just wide open, and I'm watching everybody, and I'm trying to learn, and that's a great space to be in because that's where you learn. So I'm happy to be here, but I'm seeing so many of those things, and it's like I'm almost overwhelmed with how many different questions I have not because I'm ready to sign up or participate, but just because I don't even know what half of those things are. And so I actually found it a little intimidating in that regard. I mean, are you well spoken? Yes. Do you have great presence? Yes. Do you look good? Are you friendly? Do I trust you? Yes to all those things. You sound great. Like, all that's fine. You know, you come across as very personable, but it's almost like you have something so big in front of you that it scares me. And so that's just some really honest and direct feedback that way. And so, and then y'all, they always wait until I'm talking to make noise. Otherwise they silent in here.
Just like
Oh,
kids. Dogs
every
are just like kids.
every time. And, you know, it's a dog. Yeah, it's my dog, Honey. And, it's, I'm almost, I almost, where my mind goes is that I have questions around the politics of the money. I relate to you in the way of that I am a yoga teacher. I've been to India several times. I've lived in India and lived in a monastery. So I know that there are a lot of orphanages. I understand there's a lot of things that go on in India. So that's one thing. However, I do know that there's also like corruption and various things. So my mind goes from being a little bit overwhelmed of all of that thing into a large number of very detailed and quite complicated politics when you're looking at international audiences. I'm not sure who you tend to work with, but look, personally, I'm American, and go between USA and India, there are a number of different political bridges to cross. And so I'm where my head goes is into the politics of that money and where is that orphanage going, and is that orphanage actually good? And so I would think that some people that might raise concerns over where do they want that money to go and be donated, because some people are very selective with whom they donate and they want to watch that very carefully. So that might actually hold you back a little. On the other hand, maybe it's a huge proponent. I don't know, but I know that some of those politics get complicated. So that's where my radar's going off.
More than likely, when he probably has a consultation, he will probably go into some of that. Am I correct, Dave?
That is beautiful feedback, and absolutely, and your feeling is brilliant, and I really appreciate the feedback. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's spot
thanks.
on. And I honor when somebody can be willing to authentically give feedback, and that's what it triggered in you. And I think that that's a beautiful thing, that you had also the bravery to share it. And that's really great feedback, and I much appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, I would answer any of those questions. I'd actually put you in touch with the lady who set you up with the GoFundMe in Perth, who is 73 years old and left Perth at 70 to go and live in an orphanage in India. So beautiful, beautiful person.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And Mary, thank you for sharing, because that is what I promote in this group, and Debbie does as well. That's what we want. We want brutal honesty. We don't want you to tell us what we want to hear,
Yes.
what we need to hear, because we want to resonate, with our audience. And some things, just like that right there, I would have never thought about that, Mary, personally. And I have traveled all over the world, but I would not have thought of that. So that is something, that he's got now in his toolbox. And again, all of us as well, that we're thinking at a new level, all because you brought that forward. So thank you very much for that.
Absolutely.
And actually, I have a comment from Mary. And when you first said you're the youngest one in the group, that really doesn't matter.
Yes.
And, and it made me look back at your age. I had a high 7-figure business. My husband and I started from scratch. So age is no barrier. And so you are just every much a part of this. And we may have more experience, but you've got a different perspective. And so all of that works very well together.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling relatively intimidated. I mean, also wonderful and like in love. I got all these people to teach in front of me. I feel like I'm immersed in this is an amazing thing.
Well,
right now.
I can't wait to get you on a podcast, sister, because let me tell you what, you are going to blow people's minds. What I heard last night, she's going to blow y'all's minds what she's done by the age of 31. So I can't wait for us to get that scheduled. Okay, we'll let Debbie finish her drink, and then Debbie, you go ahead. Sorry, every time I grab somebody, it seems like they're right in the middle of something.
Okay.
I was actually going to say that too, Mary. When I heard you last night, I was totally in awe of all your experiences, everything you've done, and everything. Like, you are amazing. And when I looked at your Facebook page last night to connect with you further, like, so don't let anything that we're doing scare you, because you've done a lot of amazing stuff yourself.
And let me tell you, she's coachable. You know how I know she's coachable? Because she used the tip that we told her immediately when she finished this group. She used the tip that she learned 10 minutes prior. Okay? So she's coachable, and that's all you need. You need to be coachable, and that's it. So you can teach us a whole lot, Mary, yourself in your young age.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I have done a lot of amazing experiences, but I ain't set up the business yet. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's all right. That's why you're here. That's why you're
here. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Debbie, once again, I'm sorry.
Okay, alrighty. So I made some adjustments from this morning. So, hey, I'm Debbie McKinney, Debbie with a Y, and I work with people who are health enthusiasts and have health challenges and deal with it naturally. Today is a proud consultant of Zurvita. So the three biggest questions I get today, and think about this, is this you? Is this somebody you know? Or maybe it's your clients. How do I boost my immune system? How do I lose weight and keep it off? And it'd be really nice to do without cravings, without feeling moody, and without having to hit the gym 24 hours a day. And then the third question is, how do I reduce stress and anxiety? And there's a lot of uncertainty today. Excuse me. So 30 years ago, I was thrown into the natural health industry from a family health crisis. And a world-renowned physician helped really save our lives. And he found the cause of disease. I kept saying, people have to know about this. And he asked me to come to work for him. So I worked in his practice and his foundation and have lived this for 30 years. Fast forward to 2016, living in Florida, I had an accident. And even 8 months later, I was in bed a lot. I hardly went out. I had trouble sleeping. I was in pain, had brain fog. And even with all that I know and, to do, I was miserable. And a friend of mine introduced me to a product that would save my life. So have you heard of Zeal for Life? And it's the most advanced wellness product on the planet. It has clinical trials that they've done in healthy people because it's easy to move the needle with people who are sick and have health challenges. So it blows the mind of the medical community. There's 35 plus superfood, whole foods there, and it reaches the body on a cellular level and attacks the true cause of disease and aging. So for me, within 20 minutes, I felt something, and that's pretty incredible. Within 2 weeks, I had more energy, was getting out, sleeping better, better mood, which I'd always been very happy. And so that was something that was very hard to deal with. Within 2 months, visiting a friend at a farmer's market, I'm getting closer and closer to her. It's early in the day, and she's not even saying hi. Finally, she says, Debbie, oh my gosh, I didn't recognize you. Your face is slimmed down, you've slimmed down. And I was shocked because I wasn't trying to lose weight. I wasn't thinking about it, doing any of that. And when I got on the scale, which I only do at the grocery store, I had lost 12 to 14 pounds. And so pivot up to COVID. I had been working in the medical community, calling on medical practices, hospitals with testing. And with COVID, that just kind of went away very quickly. So I had to figure out, what am I going to pivot to? With all my experience over the years and knowledge of natural health, it was a natural. And here the product had been in front of me all along. I'd been using this product for already almost 4 years. So I'm in the perfect business now to help people. And I have a voice and some things to say about health and love to help people. So would love to chat with you, give you more information. I have a free gift for you. And if this is you, if this is somebody you know, or referral partner. And so my hashtag is just add Zeal, and I'll put my information in the chat.
Thank you. One of the things I'd like everybody to take a look at on her pitch is all of the different elements that she has and how she layered those. So instead of me saying and identifying those, I want you as the listener to tell me what is something that you noticed about her pitch. Anybody?
Well, I noticed that it was infused with storytelling. So I got to hear her story and her journey. And I feel like stories are a very powerful way of delivering your message and how you might be impacted. Because when someone tells a story, you subconsciously automatically place yourself in as the main character and how you might fit in that story. So it typically helps you connect people to connect with stories.
Thank you.
What else?
I love the kind of calls to action piece at the beginning with all the different groups you identified. So it's like, okay, listen to me if you're this, listen to me if you're this, listen to me if you're this. I thought that was awesome.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, I'd like to say that I agree with what Jessica's saying about storytelling. That was very well done. And I particularly like, since she's talking about health and wellness and these things, and talking a little bit about weight loss in this, I particularly appreciated and noticed how you delivered the content around the losing of weight and the subtracting of pounds. You said you lost, 10 to 12 pounds, and it was sort of like oh, it just happened and I was sort of surprised.
Yeah.
And some people, myself included, I mean, I've survived things, some people can be very, very sensitive around their weight and how that's perceived or what they're working towards their goals or all that kind of things. And I loved the way that you presented it, because it seemed completely in a non-judgmental and in a non-proponent in one direction or the other. Like, I believed you were doing this for health reasons and not for any sort of vanity. And I heard the trigger word, like 10 to 12 pounds. That is a reasonable number. It's not like extraordinary. It's not like, oh, well, I lost 100 pounds or 200 or some outrageous thing that not many people can relate to. It was like something small and achievable and recognizable and doable, and also non-offensive or harmful. And I particularly appreciated that. And because I've struggled with my weight. And so I just really like the way that you said that, because I think that can not alienate a lot of folks, and not everybody pitches in a good way around those topics.
And you know what, and I appreciate that perspective around weight. A lot of people say the same thing with this product. I mean, we didn't do it for weight loss, we did it for health. And it's just a byproduct, but that's good to know, because I had always been kind of big boned. And so I didn't really think about losing weight, but that's good to know if people are conscious about that's a good way to approach it. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I found you approachable in that way, and I was not afraid of you. Others, not everybody, I'm not trying to make a gross generalization, but I'm saying some others in certain other circumstances, the way that they might pitch or sell a product in that regard might, I can't say make me feel, because I'm responsible for my feelings. I'm not a victim, right? But there are some people that can phrase things in a particular way where I might feel judged or shamed or put upon or expected to be different. And I just felt like that was not a concern. This was truly about health. And I thought, wow, that's going to be for my benefit and move me in a direction I want to go. And so I just loved it. And I felt like you were approachable and not scary. And I think that's significant, because I don't think everybody can say that.
Okay. Thank you.
And that pitch, I found it to be excellent too. And it's amazing that you did that just from this morning, how you changed that around. And that was. Anybody else having some feedback for her?
I liked how you were, very confident about everything you were saying, and you added in that science aspect. And it wasn't just about losing weight, because I personally don't like the idea of things that are just for losing weight, because as soon as you go off it, the weight's just going to come back. So I like how you emphasize the health aspect much more than that.
Okay, thank you. And side note, have never been on a diet, so I lost 12 to 14 pounds initially. I'm down 24 pounds, but that's over 3.5 years without dieting and trying. So okay.
It's amazing what a difference it makes when you put the right things in your body, huh?
Absolutely.
Any questions about her product, maybe, if you don't have questions about her feedback or feedback?
I'll ask a question. Is your call to action a meeting? Is that your main call to action?
Well, you know what? That's a good question because I debated. I love talking to people and seeing how I can help them and then tell them about the product. But I debated about talking about, here's Zeal for Life. It's hard in the background. And a 30-day supply is $44.95. And all those health claims and medical testing, we can prove it. And it's also, there's no risk because there's a 30-day guarantee. So money back guarantee. So I will put that in the chat as well. So I would like feedback because some places you can do that, some you can't. Would that be better to have that as a call to action?
I guess that would be my question, is that if I was evaluating your presentation, which
You are.
I believe we all
Yeah.
do.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
first of all, you speak very well, very clear. I found it to be a little wordy, so I would be inviting you to reduce the number of words, to utilize a pause or two, because you've actually got some really wonderful humor in there if you let people laugh with you. I think
Okay.
that would be wonderful. And then your actual call to action, to play with one or two. If your call to action is your number, call me, and we'll talk about your wellness. That could be a call to action. If you want to show the product, this is what you'll be receiving for $44, yet what you'll really be receiving is somebody to walk the wealth walk with you. So it's something like that.
I like that. I
It's
like
both
that.
the product and your mentoring
Right.
on the wealth walk. So that's
Wealth walk or health walk?
well, that's
It could be either though.
in your business. It could be both.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's, again, knowing the person you're speaking to, you can filter it. The health could be for some, yet once we go through the health, then we'll explore the wealth.
Right. Okay.
Health
I
is
like
wealth.
that.
Yeah, I do too.
Actually, I think I like that better, is to put that out there with the offer, but with any of the products, they get me. And so I like that. The health walk, the wealth walk. Very good. Thank
Jessica,
you.
did you have something you wanted to add?
I apologize. I have to jump out for 1 minute, but I will be back. I'm just.
Okay, we'll let you, when you get back, we'll let you go. All right, let's see
Thank
here.
you. Appreciate it.
Nancy? I don't know if she's stuck. No, she's not. I thought she was stuck in the frame.
Got to unmute Nancy Evans. Yep. She may not be ready.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Oh, there you are.
She
I just want
is.
to tell you, Nancy Gaston, people think sometimes I'm you. I get so many things that I say,
We talk-
oh, it's like, they say you sound so experienced. I said, do you mean me or Nancy Gaston? Oh. So
I talked to- we
I
laughed
like
about that earlier.
I like it.
We talked about that in the earlier session. I got tickled over it.
Okay, here we go. Let's see how we're doing now. All right. So, hello, I am Nancy Evans, and I am your Stress Buster for Health expert and total wellness educator. And I help people that hurt or have chronic health issues to make less trips to Walgreens for their over-the-counter medications or pharmaceutical drugs, which we know has become a big crisis. Who do you know that traditional medicine has left them with very few options after therapy? Either live with the condition, use drugs, or have surgery to manage those chronic issues. Some of the issues could be breathing difficulties, sugar, and joint discomforts. But what if there was a company that has developed products that harness nature's vital energies to support the body's natural healing? What if better hydration and relaxation could be the key to overcoming them? My personal transformation with these 10 technologies actually saved my Air Force career by helping me to manage a knee challenge where my knee would not completely bend and was too painful to straighten and run for my fitness test. I too was very skeptical with my physical therapy background that anything could help. But by the time I drove from Montgomery, Alabama to Nashville and I got out of the car, I knew something was different. I had cocooned myself in natural energy that someone had lent me, insoles, magnets, far infrared wraps, negative ions, and most important, good hydrating water. So, do you know any families or individuals searching for answers that are open to exploring this unique alternative approach? My offer today is a 45-minute consultation to guide you through your own personalized 5 pillars of health and wellness profile, and then strategize some options. Who is ready to meet and begin their energy wellness journey? Type hashtag stress busters.
Okay, everybody in this room, I want you to go down to your reactions and give her a hand clap. This girl has worked so hard revamping her pitch over the last month. I am so proud of you, Nancy. You have come such a long way. And that was a beautiful, beautiful, well done pitch. Now, it's still too long, but you had all of the elements in there. You had them all. And this is the best one. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. This is the best one that you have ever done, and you were succinct and you did not go off on different tangents. And again, you took all of our advice and outsiders' advice, and you've been working so hard. So let's help her drill that down a little bit. She's got all the elements there. It's beautiful. Seriously, you did a terrific job, but we need to help you get down to the basics for a 3-minute spiel, okay? So who can help her?
Tell me what I could take out, because I know like a lot of people gave a lot of details about their products.
Yes.
I cut a lot of that out because I received all that
Here's what
feedback.
you need to do. You talk a little slow, and so it may be that there's not too much information there. Practice, use your phone and time yourself. You know what I'm saying? To see how much you need to cut out. Marsha left, so I didn't do a timer. I was kind of looking at my computer monitor. But I do know you had all of the elements there, and well done. We just need to get it now down to, let's drill it down to 3 minutes. But it in a longer pitch, I mean, you use everything you did right there in a longer pitch. I mean, your call to action, everything, all the, the beginning, middle, and end, it was all there. So you've got it now. Now all you need to work on it a little bit.
So Nancy, are you saying now I'm in less presentations mode?
Yes, you've got the whole enchilada.
It is, okay, thank you.
You've got the whole enchilada. Now you're going to need that presentation mode, don't get me wrong. But now you're in the sphere. You're in the area where you need to be. Now you just need to get that down to 3 minutes. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Who can help? Go ahead, Brenda.
So I absolutely loved it. I've heard you pitch several times. This is the bar none most fabulous I've ever heard you.
Oh.
Totally. I don't know if anybody else will agree with me or not on this. My suggestion might be when you're showing all your all your different things, maybe focus on like a couple
Too
and
many.
pick different ones each time, because you are using a little bit of time just grabbing each thing and trying to get it into the screen.
Okay.
So if
Great.
you just used a couple of them and then the next time you did it, used a couple different ones, that way people will learn all of them gradually. So that would be one suggestion that I would have, to just shorten it down a little bit.
And you could say we have several products, and this is one of the most exciting ones here. You know what I'm saying? That way, each time that you could do that. I agree with you, Brenda. That's an excellent idea.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I loved it that you put them in, and I enjoyed it. For me, I found that really enjoyable. But in the interests of timing, now, if you're coming on selling on the spot marketplace, my suggestion would be consider doing a sponsor spot. And I'm not just doing this to do an upsell, but consider doing a sponsor spot, because it will give you a little bit more time, and you can bring those things in and show people stuff, or create a collage of them, share your screen with just a collage of them.
Oh, that's a great idea. And I do a few selling on the spot. I'm going to do more of them. I'm putting in a plug for selling on the spots. Okay, they are wonderful venues, and Miss Jane Ware has been so helpful with the classes that she has given. I am so grateful to everyone. Yeah.
Well, it's showing that you are putting to action what you've learned, Nancy. It's very obvious. It's very obvious.
Appreciate that. Any other suggestions? I'm open and willing, and anything you would think I should cut back on. I think maybe not mentioning all those chronic issues. We have to be real careful when we mention any kind of issues. Everybody knows that. So maybe cut them out, or still include one or two.
I think you should include one or two, because I don't think you're saying that it prevents anything. You know, just like when I talk about the HGH gel, I talk about what it's done for me. It may not do it for you, but I talk about my joint pain and my sleeping and, you know, my gray hair gone, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
But that was for me. It may not work for you, but for me, this is the results that I got.
And I was holding my breath when you said the part about getting out of the car. I was like, yes.
I know, it was amazing to me. I you know, I'd been to physical therapy, and I'd been here and I'd been there. I really thought I didn't know what to think, you know. And you know, really, someone approached me with these products because I was a massage therapist, and they thought it would augment my massage business, which it did. But then, of course, they asked that second question: do you have anything personal going on with you? Oh yeah, I have a knee issue, but nothing's gonna help that.
Okay, that was a great salesperson, wasn't they? And she just told us another little tidbit that we all need to know about her, and this is for our referral partnership, so that we know. So if we have any questions about what, she was a massage therapist. Okay, that's good to know, Nancy.
And a physical therapy assistant.
Oh, I did not see there. There we go. There's some new tidbits. Okay, Brenda, would you like to go next?
Oh, well, thank you. I do want to apologize to everybody. I keep showing up late, but I've been running appointment to appointment all day.
We understand.
So I am happy to be here. Thank you so much. I'm Brenda Sheldrake. I'm from Mississauga, Ontario, and I am a proud licensee of Selling on the Spot Marketplace. And currently our events are online. So Selling on the Spot, I help entrepreneurs. I still have to refer to my card because I'm still getting used to it. I help entrepreneurs with increased sales by helping them to develop confidence in asking for the sale through my Selling on the Spot marketplace. If you've ever done a fabulous pitch and then just stopped at the end just short of asking for that sale, then you know how hard it can be to make any money that way. That was me for a very long time. Selling on the Spot marketplace has allowed me to learn to ask for that sale. It's eliminated the fear and replaced it with confidence. So who do you know who would like to eliminate the fear and replace it with confidence, make more money, and close more sales? for this weekend for Laurel's event, I am offering a special. I have a special package deal that I can offer to anyone who has not purchased a package in the past. So there's a few of you here who have attended the events before, but you haven't purchased a package. You're not on the package list. So if you are interested in a package, if you are anywhere in the States, I can offer you 3 tickets for $30. Regular price is $30 for 1 ticket Canadian. We're offering them 3 for $30 US, and you can use them anytime between June and the end of August. I do run 2 events a month. One is a morning event at from 10 till 12, and the other is an evening event from 6:30 till 8:30. So who would like to join me at Selling on the Spot Marketplace and increase your confidence and boost your sales? Thank you, Mary.
I keep forgetting to do this. I need everybody to look up and smile to the camera. Olivia does this for me. And so every time I do a screenshot, I get everybody like all these crazy things that you're doing. Thank you. Now I just got to find out where my computer puts them, right?
I can help you with
She
that.
does
if you
such,
don't know.
okay, she does such a great job. She always keeps me in check. She's already asked me a couple of times, did you forget the screenshots, Nancy? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Brenda, number 1, you fixed your screen. We can all see your whole face and we can still see Selling on the Spot. So good job. Again, taking the tips that we give each other to try and improve the watching experience. Good job. She has done this a time or two. You can tell she's got a great group of people over there. We're always promoting Selling on the Spot. Even though you said you're working on that, your delivery, golly, is better than most, just right off the bat. Man, I'm impressed. But any questions for her or any feedback that she can do?
I think you did outstanding. And I've attended Brenda's event. It was the first Selling on a Spot event I ever attended. And I just can't say enough good things about the organization or about Brenda. It was a pleasure. And I've bought so many packets of these deals there's a lot of you in this course. Jane got me, somebody else got me. So
well, I wished I'd have done that and known about it last time. I ended up only with 1 packet, and now they have barred me, even though I go to every single event. So me and Jane's going to have to talk. She's going to have to start giving me a deal.
Well, and Jessica, if you are looking for more packages, you are not on the list of people that we can't sell to. So somebody forgot to include you. So you could still take advantage this
Well,
time.
that's what she's saying. I think well, maybe it was from previous time.
I don't know about what this no sell to list you speak of. So
if you have bought like their 5 for whatever their deal is before.
Oh no, well this is my first Millionaire Market course. So
oh, well then you are eligible. You can buy from all of them if you want. And I would say, just from my standpoint.
Stop, Brenda.
Yeah.
I have to tally up how much have I sold.
Oh, I know. I know, it's amazing. I think some of us have spent more than we've made, so we got to put a squelch on that. Okay.
And
let's see here.
Just one quick little point around that. I always try and check in with people who attend my event after the event. This is just a kind of a tip as well. I try and check in with people after my event. I track what your sales are through the chat, so I know who has said yes to you. And then I try and follow up with you afterwards. And if your numbers do seem a little low, or if I feel that maybe you might be questioning the value, then I try and follow up with you to see, do you want to book a Zoom session? Let's talk about what happened at the event. Let's talk about how it went, how your pitch was, because our pitch is slightly different from what Laurel uses. So let's talk about how your pitch went, see if I can help you with reframing it or with any of those things or anything to help you.
And you've been wonderful with sharing your expertise all across the board everywhere you go, Brenda. We really appreciate that. And it's fabulous. It really is. So with that, Jessica, would you like to go next? And we're so happy to have you.
No, I'm so shy.
Me too. Everybody in this room, I think, is just terribly shy. And Mary, you're not kidding us none. You're not shy. You jump right in there.
Exactly.
So I'm Jessica Koch, and I am a sales and marketing consultant and a LinkedIn trainer. And if you happen to know an author, a speaker, a coach, or an industry leader, I have a Profound Professional interview series. I've been featuring amazing industry leaders and profound individuals, helping them share their story, share their product and service, and a cause. We focus, the reason I founded the Profound Professionals is to feature and spread awareness about a cause that they love and to support. This is actually a video interview package. We live stream on YouTube. I create a LinkedIn article where I feature them with their headshot and their bio. The article is embedded in that. They get the audio thread. I give them some instruction on how to use this as a marketing package. It gets pushed to Twitter and Facebook, so it covers thousands of my subscribers and followers. I am featuring you, and then I'm teaching you how to use it as a space in a way that edifies you. When someone else features you and you're seen as the industry leader, helps you get comfortable on video, helps you understand to incorporate this in your marketing. Normally it's a $497 package. For this event only, I'm doing it for $197. So if you are interested in doing that, you would need to contact me directly. I would invoice you through PayPal, and we'll get you scheduled so that you can be featured, or someone you know that can be featured as the profound professional that they are. So I'm Jessica Koch, and I need everyone to raise their hand now. Yes, sign me up.
She needs help paying for the big table, don't you, sister?
Yeah, amen. Go fund Jessie. Just kidding.
There you go.
I would also say, and I don't mean to, I know this isn't part of the normal pitch, but cause marketing is one of my hashtags. Hashtag profound professional, but cause marketing. I teach all my clients to think this way. My online LinkedIn courses that many of you have heard me talk about throughout this whole event, that's why I switched it up. See, check me out, I got a new offer. I give 40% as an affiliate to nonprofits nationally. I'm working with American Cancer Society and hospice and an organization called Dream Queen. So if you know an executive director of a nonprofit or a cause that's looking for fundraising, they're hurting right now because of COVID, I would love for my course to be a resource and a tool for them versus a can of popcorn or a package of wrapping paper. Those things are good, but my thing is better. Let me help somebody, right? That's what nonprofits do. They help somebody. You get it? Let me help somebody, help somebody. That's good, right?
Yeah, it is.
All right, feedback, go. I can take it.
Okay. Well, luckily for you, it's not Laurel in this room today. Jessica, it was great. One of the things that I love, she backed it up with credibility. She told you exactly what she could do for you. Another interesting thing that I really, really loved was in her call to action. The reason that I liked it is she told you exactly what you can expect. What's she going to do? How's she going to handle it? She told you she's going to put a PayPal, right? You're going to do this, A, B, C. This is what you can expect. And a lot of us, we do poorly in that area. You know, I totally forgot, even though I've got the link sitting here to put it over there, because normally I have help moderating this thing, and it's me being solo today with Debbie helping get people in the room. Speaking of which, it looks somebody got booted out and I didn't even know it. No telling how long Kathy's been sitting there waiting to get back in.
Not long.
Okay.
I'm watching.
All right. Thank you. But anyways, I thought it was very professional. I love the charity component of it because that's my heart as well. And I think more of us need to get involved in that. Here's the deal. So many times on these charity things, people are afraid to say it. We do it because we don't want accolades and all of this other kind of stuff. But there's a way that you can do it that doesn't put yourself in a way that, hey, look at me, I'm doing all of this. And I think we need to lead by example. And it sounds like, Jessica, you're doing that. I love all the different things. And I really think that you and I and Debbie are going to have a great partnership somewhere in here to work together, because I think everything that we're doing, you know, just kind of flows right in and we can help each other. I mean, as well as the rest of you as well. But we're looking for anything that we can do for our networks to help them be better. And clearly you offer, you know, a whole lot of that. So everybody give her some feedback. We're not going to, you know, do the Laurel thing on her, but give her some feedback. Y'all are getting shy and y'all are doing everything and telling everybody's like everything is sunshine and roses. And as we've talked about before, we need feedback to improve. So let's get after it. Yes, Dave.
Jessica, you're a pro.
Well, I appreciate that, but that was the first time I pitched that, and I know I could have do it better. I
Okay,
don't have time.
so here's the feedback.
Okay, good. Sandwiches. She's sandwiching. That's a technique. Everyone, pay attention.
Yes.
Something nice, the advice, and then something nice. Right? You're gonna sandwich me. Come on, sandwich me, Dave.
The hamburger approach, yes. I would invite you to have it partially written and record yourself, because I feel you'll pick up some nuances that you can add emphasis on a word or two, to pause a little bit more when you ask them to take action, to engage people, to give you a reaction, to personalize your give back so that it resonates more strongly. Just giving money to charity, guess what? You're losing the impact on it. You might actually even utilize a specific story, because as opposed to giving 40% away, if you have those stories of the mentoring or those stories of the impact that you've delivered, that's where you magnify it to the next level. And so,
Yeah, I have a hard time. I love your advice. I have a hard time balancing a story and getting. I always have an issue with words and getting too wordy. So where do I define the line? How do I make it clean?
this is where we invite, and someone like Mary would also invite you to use breath. Like, this is why studying breathing and studying rhythm allows you to not be in such a hurry to get all the information out, to pause, to breathe, to actually feel. And that's the difference between being cerebral and thinking and being emotive and allowing the energy and motion, the emotion, to be vulnerable, to pause and not have everything perfect, to have the sincerity come. Now, that's what a nice structure gives you. And then if you record it or you allow yourself to dance with it, you can find yourself in flow. And that's the invitation. If there was a word I would insert into your presentation skill, is flow. Find the flow, discover the flow, be the flow. Because you've got the voice, you've got the wisdom, you've got the testimonies, you got the experience. Do you have the flow? That's what my
I think it's great advice. I think I found it harder in the Zoom spaces when it's a networking space. I find when I'm presenting and teaching a class, I tend to do that when I'm on the stage. I have a lot more ability to stop, pause. I can watch the audience, I can feel the energy. But you make a valid point that I need to, when I'm in these networking environment, I need to try to do that as well. Because
this is very similar. It's just to allow yourself to feed off the energy of other people. It's just shifting it a wee bit. So
yeah,
it's different. It's not necessarily harder or easier. It's different. And you haven't had as much practice. So guess what? We all have to practice and get better. Practice makes progress.
Well, I appreciate it, because now I'm now I'm going to be thinking more of it. And I do practice the record yourself thing. I even before I give a presentation or speak on stage, I actually do it by myself in a video so that I can watch myself back. It's fantastic advice. I love that. Thank you so much.
I'm not asking you to think about it. In fact, I'm asking you to take even more of a risk to feel about it. To breathe into it. My yoga instructor friend Mary, you don't think about doing the pose, you breathe into the pose. You allow the energy to move with the pose. And that's what I'm inviting.
Jessica, one of the places at the end, as soon as when you talk about we give the 40% away, and then you could just go into his example of, for example, we had the orphanage in India that we was able to contribute $2,000, and here's a picture of the school that we, there's your impact. And you could even have it here on Zoom and hold it up. You wouldn't necessarily have to do a screen share, but then all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, look in. I love that, Dave. Thank you very much. That was excellent, excellent advice.
And you know what I was thinking, and Dave has given amazing advice. And I used to do a lot of Google Hangout presentations. And for me, and he even mentioned it, slow down. So I used to, above my camera, I had a sign that would say, slow down. And I realize I don't have that now. So whatever the message is, so for you, Jessica, it's flow. Have flow up there, like right above your camera.
Yeah, I'm laughing so hard because I think it's fabulous advice, but it needs to be flow, slow down, and shut up.
Right.
Oh,
Those are my
me. I'm right there
Yeah.
with you, Jessica. I think you and I both are just about, we can talk about the same speed. Fantastic. Does anybody else have any words for Jessica? Yes, Mary.
I do. Yeah, I'm agreeing, and I'm going along those lines with the speed and the so much information across. And I'd like to share in reference, right before this call, Jessica and I did an Ask Tell Ask, so I learned a little bit more about her, and it was like fascinating. And she's got a lot of really cool things. This woman is smart and a very good communicator. And also something that she did applied to some feedback I wanted to give to Nancy Evans as well in the storytelling. But Jessica, what I'd like to say to you is that it's clear you are professional, as Dave said. You are clearly in the pro space. Like, you are not starting up. You're not the baby. You are in the space, and that's really good. But what I will say is that it's like you take off running so fast. I feel like there's an imbalance in how much you're putting out, and there's not enough space for me to come in and be received by you. And it's almost like I'm observing, maybe not myself during this particular moment of speaking, but when we were speaking last, and then watching these others interact with you as they're talking with you, they'll try to put something in and you'll immediately bat it away and right over top of it. And so I think there's something that's like deflecting in the conversation. And if you took some breath, as Dave is mentioning, I think that's a great idea. Like, slow down and just observe that. Like, what is the space that you're creating to actually receive those people to come in? And then that's where you're going to get, more of those people coming in and creating that cash flow. So I feel like there's so much information. I can't keep track of all the information, although I can tell it's awesome and that you're very pro at it. It's too much information for me, and it's like I needed a little bit of a slower pace, even as I'm pretty crazy smart, but I can't keep track of all the information, and it's too much. And I feel like there's not space for me to come in and dialogue and flow back and forth. It's almost just like how I'd put it. I can't reference it in the group because he didn't present it that way, but you and I had a chat moment before. She did this amazing thing, y'all. She went in and she has this code breaker thing. It is so cool. Like, you got to look at this. And she'll send you a thing, and she copy pasted the text from my LinkedIn profile. And in like 10 seconds, she copy pasted this thing. She pasted it into her program link she's got, and it did this technical analysis over like you have like a ENTP or IFNJ or whatever type of personality profile. It was like that, except for how you communicate. And so mine was like knowledge and nurturing and something else that I don't really understand. But it gave you sort of a personality profile of how you communicate. And it's just brilliant. Forgot what I was going to say. That is what I want to apply to talking to about Nancy. But she did this thing. And so how was I going to say this? I forgot what I was gonna say. I'll get so nervous up here.
You're talking about the EMFP or whatever, right?
Yeah, she did this thing, and it was like so cool. It blew my mind. It just blew me out of the water. I was like, this girl, no, like I need more time to take her in. Like, I want more of this. It was incredible. But I couldn't grab onto her. She was like going so fast, and I like, how do I even get there? It was just like amazing. And so I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, actually, that I've even like lost my train of thought. So I'm having a hard time tracking what you're doing. So that's kind of my feedback. And but I know you're brilliant, and I honestly forgot what I had to say. It was something important and very valuable to you.
That's okay. It'll come back to you.
Yeah, I lost it. I got memory fart, brain fart.
And you know what? And on this flow, just while you're thinking about that, Jessica, look at what you put in the chat. It's all these words, boom, 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 boom. Instead of breaking them up making them, more seeable. It's all da, 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 da. So just a comment on that, because I look at that and go, whoa.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I didn't really have it prepared for the chat. I had it, that's kind of a blurb I already had written that I pulled out of something, since this was sort of a off the hat second offer for me, but I appreciate that structuring
Or
it.
even if, because even if you cut and paste, like divide it up into smaller sections, so it makes it more readable online.
Good advice.
And man, one thing about it, I'll give you, you are so good on the spot. I mean, impromptu, you are the master. I mean, truly, like I said, I marvel at watching you all weekend long because, I pride myself that I think I'm that way, but boy, you make me look like I am an amateur, girlfriend. I mean, truly, you really are great. So I really appreciate you joining our community, and the value that you bring in is tremendous. And I just love each and every one of you. Have we missed anybody here? I think everybody's had a chance to go. The last thing that I want to leave you with is Debbie and I are working on some cooperative projects. And one of the things that we're working on is a retreat for entrepreneurs. And so we are looking for entrepreneurs who have things that they can, how they can bring value to these events. And some of them is going to be virtual and some of them is going to be live. She and I live in Paradise in Northwest Florida. And it's a fabulous place. And so if you are a coach, mentor, trainer, yoga instructor, or anything that you think would be of value to entrepreneurs, if you have products and services that we can use, for example, teas, coffees, you're a t-shirt promotion person, whatever the deal is, we're going to do this like a little co-op, and then we'll, split the proceeds some way fairly for everybody that wants to participate. Because we've got such a tremendous network, we really need to be leveraging our expertise and putting yourselves out there more so than what you are. If you have courses or seminars digitally, we can use those. You don't have to necessarily come to Florida, even though we would love for you to come.
Why wouldn't you come here?
Well, that's
I've
true.
been thinking of moving to North Florida.
Yeah, well, there's some
Come
people
on
that
down,
they
there's
might.
plenty of room.
That anyways, just start thinking about that. The other thing that we've got going on is, and we just come up with this a couple of days ago, since we're doing all this pitching and there is such a need in the marketplace for practice, which is hence why we came up with this Lunch and Learn Zoom Friday event. We will be adding evening sessions and weekend sessions soon. But one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to publish a book. And in this book, we're teaching people how to properly do their pitches. So what do you think we're going to need? We're going to need examples. So I'm inviting each of you to join us. This is going to be another co-op opportunity for you to make some cash. But here's the deal. This can be your lead magnet. You can put your own pitch, your own picture, your own links inside this book, and we all can sell this book. You're in there. So you're giving us all promotion. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a great thing. Look, Debbie right here. Can you see her book? She's got Kevin Harrington and Laurel Langmeyer, and there she is in the middle. So this is some of the things that we can all do. And this is just as simple as we're going to divide this up into chapters based on industry. So you might have health and wellness, might have fitness. You see where I'm going with this? Every category, direct sales, so that people in those industry can buy our book and they can see examples on how to present themselves. And we'll have the 30-second pitch. Why do you think we're trying to do this? Teach you to get it drilled down so that people can have ideas on that. So if you'd like to participate in that, by all means, let me know, contact me. Again, you can, let's see, I don't know, I hadn't come up, this was off the spur of the moment, I hadn't got a hashtag for that yet. But anyways, this is something that we can get out rather quickly, and this would be a great lead magnet for you. We can get that on Amazon, but the deal is I need those rather quickly. So work on your pitches, get those to me. I need your link. I will want a picture. If you have a business card with a logo. So the way that I envision this is we'll have, a 6x9 book One side will be your pitch, your 30-second pitch, and let's just say your 3-minute pitch. On the other side will be your pretty little picture or your business card along with your links. So that's my idea, and you're invited to join us on that.
What's the investment?
I don't know. We're going to work that out together.
Well, I'm interested. I'll throw my
Okay,
hat in the ring.
the biggest thing that we need to do is once we get it done to do a social media blitz campaign to promote it. And so that's where the
People who know how to do that, just saying.
yeah, I know exactly, right? So that would be, you know, where the money would come in, and you know, the cover, and you know, we've got some ideas on that. But anyways, I'm excited about that just for the opportunity to get everybody out there and get us all in a cooperative project. Debbie, do you have anything in closing that you'd like to add?
Just using a book as a marketing tool is amazing. And I did a book on my own as well. And hey,
Did Mary do a pitch? She didn't get to do a pitch.
Every time I have left somebody out. Oh my gosh, Mary, why didn't you speak up, darling?
All right.
I didn't want to be rude.
That's not being rude, that's
It's
being
not rude.
assertive, and we all can appreciate that. Okay, we're gonna be quiet for a minute. Mary, go.
Well, sure. I don't have a big business built up, so that's the thing. I'm doing
Stop
this.
it, stop
ask
it. You're doing
LS.
the negative thing that you teach everybody not to do.
You're right. You're right. You're right, and that's so funny because I'm here to talk to you about metaphysics and law of attraction and all these types of things. And Dave is saying breathe, and I got to remember this magical being that I am. Thank you for giving me a moment to speak. So what I want to say is, and it's funny, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but like, hi, my name is Mary, and I'm an expert psychic and intuitive reader. This is pretty far out there in the realm of woo, but you know, I'm a mathematician and I'm a computer scientist. I'm a web developer. I have a degree in mathematics, and I read cards. I play poker. I know number theory. I worked in finance and investing. I'm very good with numbers. I'm very good with patterns. I'm very good with poker playing, and I'm very good with watching cards. I'm very good at reading tarot
Let's go to
cards.
Las Vegas.
I'm very good at reading tarot cards, and what I'm doing, because it's really fun and exciting, super fun. It's also a get to know you. It's like our first date in business. I'm doing, and my pitching is I'm doing transformational tarot readings for business. So, you know, what I'm encouraging people to ask is, you know, here we are, we're in kind of our day-to-day doing these things with our business, and we're talking about metaphysics. We're hanging out with Laurel Langmeyer, watching The Secret and all these things. And I want to ask you, you know, have you ever applied the law of attraction to your business? Have you ever wondered whether your business actually has a conscious intelligence? Maybe not exactly a soul, but does it have an energy intelligence with which you can converse and speak and work? And I want to ask you, and I want to encourage you, I want to lead you on a metaphysical adventure journey, and I want to change the way you think with your mind. I want to change the relationship you have with your business. And what if your business was a person or an energetic entity with whom you conversed? What if we brought it up in a tarot reading and we asked it questions about how it wanted to learn and grow and improve? How we could expand your market, how we could identify your ideal client, how we could tap into metaphysics and quantum physics and tap into alternate realities. Man, y'all, we can open up a wormhole. We can do so many things with really cool physics and high level math. This is actual science based. We can play with these top cards and these communicatings, and that's what I want to talk about with Jessica. She's got these super cool methods of communication with how are we conversing? This is not a practice pitch, obviously, and it's obviously more than a minute. Y'all, what I want to say is this is a really cool topic, and I'm really trying to figure out how to transform my pitch and bring it out there, because what I'm doing, and I've already worked with folks, is to do tarot readings for their business. We spend about a half an hour together. We do a tarot card reading. I get to know you. We have our little first date. We go and we learn about each other, and we dive into your business. We identify key factors. We look into those hidden parts of your mind. We work with your intuition to identify aspects that are maybe not at the top of your conscious awareness, that are maybe not a part of your everyday verbiage and vocabulary, but that your unconscious and subconscious mind knows. And I pull those out when we work through the tarot. You get a tarot reading, half an hour tarot reading. Then if you'd like, we can go further. I'll sell a 2-session package. we'll do an hour-long strategy session afterwards to begin to implement some of those changes and apply some of that wisdom that comes up through the tarot reading. And so that's all I'm really doing. That's all I'm pitching for right now. It goes into deeper business coaching, and I do
Stop.
all that.
Go for your.
But this is what we're doing. My offer for this weekend is a two-part offer. You get 30 for 30, so 30 minutes for $30. One intro to tarot for business reading. Then if you'd like to upgrade and go to the additional strategy session package, it's $99. So you'll get half an hour tarot reading and an hour-long coaching strategy session follow-up call to implement that wisdom. And that's all we're doing.
Hashtag
Tarot transformation. I'll drop the link in the comments.
Let me tell you
That's what I'm doing.
Since we talked last, that is amazing. I love how you segued all of your expertise, all of your math, because let me tell you, I'm going to tell you maybe not do the tarot in your hashtag. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
There's people out here that have a bad vibe and a bad feel for all this hokey pokey stuff. And I think there might be a better way for you to present that, even though that's what you're doing as far as your hashtag, because you presented that in a way that all of us was sitting here, that is so cool. Now, it might be because we know you're so cool anyways because of your background, but how you brought your math into all the way up to metaphysics, that was brilliant.
Yeah, well, I want you to understand, I'm not just joking around with you. I'm not playing games. I'm like, no, we can look at patterns.
You're a smart gal, and you're not one of these.
And say, this is why you losing out on $800 a month, or this is why. And I'm going to pull you up and say it's related to this and how you put your keys in the wrong place in your bedroom when you get home. It's like these little patterns and tweaking how you think. I'm this high-level yoga teacher and all that. I'll help you with your mindset work.
Right.
And so, I do all kinds of coaching and spiritual and metaphysical
I
things.
thought how you led into that was magnificent. Now let's talk to her again. Down at the bottom. You went I noticed you went for a close, and then you went on a little bit, and then you came back. So you got all the way through, totally not rehearsed. You did a fantastic job with that. So let's tweak that little last part, guys. Help her tweak that and give her some feedback.
Okay.
Come on, folks.
Good, bad. Are you scared of me?
No. Yeah, I think in the have a very clear call to action. And so that you want to make it simple for people. And once people, so think about this too, because I know you've got different levels and layers. And so if people are interested, have them come into one thing. And you might, like in your talk, you can sprinkle that you have these other things, but just sprinkle them. And so as people come in and they get to know you, or even before that, then you can talk about, well, whatever way you love this, I've got all these different things, but just make it one clear path that people can come in.
Yes, that's excellent.
That's great.
feedback.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jessica.
I was just going to say one of the most powerful things she did in her entire presentation for me personally was when she asked us to imagine our business as a person. And I began to think, how would I treat that person? Am I caring for that person well? How would I talk to that person? What would that person say to me about how I've been caring for it? How have I been caring for my business? And I never thought of my business as a person. So that was impactful for me. And the word imagine is key. Don't take that one out, because it allowed my brain to trigger that and have that experience.
Okay. Thank you.
Come on, Dave. Surely you've got something to add to this conversation.
Hi, this is Elise.
Hi,
Go ahead, Elise.
I totally love when you smile. You got a great smile, and that presents an opening. You do a lot, but it's got to be difficult with the two brains on both sides, with the metaphysical and the emotional and the science that you know, to level that off and equalize it and bring both together. And you're really, as you keep talking, you're doing it more.
Yes.
So just keep doing that and keep practicing, and just be easy on yourself. And I think you're being really hard on yourself. I can feel that for some reason. So just be gentle with yourself.
Okay. Thank you. I like all this feedback. I'm going to drop the comment in the box. That's how I was presenting it last night in Laurel's breakout group. And I'm just saying, hi, my name is Mary. I'm a master of metaphysical mathematics, magical wisdom, and the tarot. And this is what my offer is. And I have a 30 for 32. But anyway, so I appreciate all this feedback. I've never really talked about this out loud very much. I've done a lot of internet marketing, and I get a constant stream of folks who find me through Facebook because I'm already well positioned in like metaphysical groups. So I don't even have to speak in my marketing, but now I'm working on it. And so it's literally, you know, one of the first, like less than 5 times I've ever spoken it out loud. And so this is very helpful feedback. Thank you for telling me about the smile. And yes, the whole brain, that's the point. Is it's like I've had these epiphanies I'm a programmer, I'm a computer scientist, so I'm a mathematician, and I go deep into this logical space, and I've found that I've needed to grow my intuitive right-brained world in order to allow me access to deeper logic. And now I'm sort of piecing it together and smoothing out those edges, and this is one of my own projects to help me do that. And then what Jessica's saying about it, I've noticed, what I've observed is that many people are relating to their business. It's like numbers and spreadsheets and survival and planning for kids' college, and they have these goals, but it's like, you know, your business is your baby. And I've noticed that women particularly do well, and men too. I'm not trying to exclude men. They could be fathers, whatnot, but you know, if you think of your business as a baby and you think of it as a person, how are you speaking to it and how are you listening to it? And if you spend 5-10 minutes in the morning journaling with it, you ask it what it needs and wants to grow, it will tell you, and it will treat you very kindly if you do so with it. And so I'd love to help people bridge that gap. And this is just a really fun and artful way to do it that's non-threatening. And it's not mathematical. Like, I'm not an accountant, but I am a math person. So I can hold you accountable while being non-threatening, or at least as non-threatening as the tarot could be, because some people find that terrifying.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why I said I think you need to come up with a different one, especially when you're in the entrepreneurial space, because a lot of us, we are very much into The Secret, the law of attraction and all that stuff, but sometimes when you say that word tarot, and I'm not even
go, get away from you.
Yes, because they think, you know, we've been accustomed to think of witchcraft and all this other kind of stuff. But the way that you presented that in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? It was not like that at all. And I think when you're pitching to a group of entrepreneurs, just from my experience, I think you'll get a lot more doing it that way and then just kind of bringing that along. I could be wrong, you know, but that's just my thoughts for you.
That's why I also do it as, I'll let Nancy speak, but I say I do that as angel card reading. So if the tarot is particularly scary, if I'm in a more Christian audience, I'll say I'll do angel card readings on your business, and then like work with your business and spirituality and make sure that it's aligned to your spiritual beliefs and that you're integrated there. And so I'll work with people that way, and that goes over really well.
There you go.
It depends on the circle, but since we're in Laurel's group, I'm like, I'm gonna be weird and go as woo-woo as I can and push the limits. So I'm loving the feedback and the reactions. Even if you hate it, tell me, because I need to know.
No, love it. Like I said, the way that you brought your expertise, I mean, we clearly know you're brilliant. And then all the way down to now you're going to help us with our business. You're going to use your brilliance to help us. You know, we may be the entrepreneurs and we may be all of this, but you're bringing your expertise down here at a whole new level playing field. I mean, it's totally new what you're doing, and that's cool.
And remember, sometimes the best thing you can do is to repel people, because you're not for everybody.
Yes.
So who are you for? And, you know, you can obviously do it different ways in different markets, but you actually do want to repel people and then attract the people who relate to that.
Yes. Good point,
You
Debbie.
know,
Thank you.
I like I like the way she opened with I am a master of metaphysical mathematics. I'm not sure about the rest of it because, like you said, the magical stuff might put some people aside. But what I love is the fact you are combining metaphysics with your math. Okay, because that's who you are. And
Yes, it is.
you know, I really I saw that and I liked it. And I also, I know for you, this is difficult because your mind is going a million miles a minute and you really want to bring all this together for us. And once you get a good handle, okay, of your focus, I love the concept. I love the concept of using that intuition and those insights for business. And I think a lot of people would be interested in that. So, you know, if for you, because your mind is going, I know, a million miles a minute, that's that gifted and talented. And once you can key in on exactly what you want, how you want to tie it together, you are going to be awesome.
Okay.
I agree.
That's really helpful. So it sounds to me, if it's all right, I'd love to repeat that back to you, verbalize, because that's how I learn the best. It sounds to me like there's a sort of some trigger words that are maybe not so good to have in there. I won't take those out. So let's get rid of the tarot. Let's get rid of the metaphysical, magical, wisdom kind of a thing. Less emphasis on that and more on the metaphysical mathematics and thinking of it as a person, or changing the way that you're perceiving the business as an entity, and then changing the way we're beginning to look at it. So maybe if I then focus on some conversational or comprehension strategies around how are you thinking about your business, and what if we could change the way you think and unlock extra income or extra, you know, extra revenue, extra things, extra value in that business. By changing the way you think. It sounds like maybe that's the strategy to go. Am I having that about right?
I don't know, but this is a very unique approach to tarot card reading.
Yeah. No, you got,
definitely
you
unique.
got that part.
Yeah.
Well, however you brought it in didn't scare possibly people away that are more
at all.
at the brain. They not using the brain side instead of their magical part, because it was very soft. You brought it in with the science. And when you bring it all together like that, it makes it easy no matter what audience you're dealing with, whether you're dealing with scientists, you're dealing with, you know, therapists and what's the right word for people who do the, my words always are not the best. With the tarot cards, you deal with a lot of people that do metaphysical and a lot of,
I get
that's another word for woo-woo, I guess. I don't know how, what do you?
And I like that. You know, there's nothing wrong. I just thought it was brilliant how you, like you said, you brought us all along. We right up front knew you were brilliant, even though we all knew you were brilliant, but your audience is going to know that. And then you bring in this other part, and I guarantee you folks who've never met you before, they're going to go, what? You know, and they're going to be leaning in and listening. I really do.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something as far as, I don't know, Debbie, I've never heard anybody doing anything quite like this. So you really may have tapped into something. Have you, Debbie, heard anything kind of what she's doing?
I will add some comment if you like.
I could see her talking to like super big businesses and using, you're right in that category that people will be able to listen. It's amazing.
Definitely. That's what I do. So I used to do, my degree's mathematics and computer science. I'm not military. I told the story last night, but I was originally mechanical engineering. I was gonna go into naval intelligence. I did not. I'm a civilian, 100% civilian, not military. But I studied feng shui. I was doing like HVAC and air and fluid flow and like doing deep sea cargo transport, robotics, like crazy cool things. Y'all.
Right,
like, no idea.
Listen, we
no
are
idea.
at 5:04.
I got real
time,
math.
so we need
There's real math behind this.
We
Like,
need
Yeah,
to,
it is. It's real.
let's bring it back, guys. Let's bring it back. I love the conversation, but I want to be mindful of your time because you may have some other appointments. It is 5:04.
sure,
We're
sorry.
running over a little bit. Dave, did you have some last parting words? Then I'll get Debbie. Are you sure?
I'm fine. Thank you. This was brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, thanks. everybody.
Stepping up, growing, really a privilege.
Well,
and,
thank you all for contributing. Debbie, do you have some final words, hon?
Just, this was really great. The feedback and the connections here are very incredible. And I thank and appreciate every one of you.
If
Thank
y'all
you.
can, join us again tonight. We're going to have another one of these sessions. It could be different group. It could be some of the same. We don't know. Some of them are using the Zoom link. Some are using Michael Lindley, so I don't really know where they're coming from. So if not, you're invited at 8 p.m. tonight Central Time, which will be 3 hours from now. You can use the same Zoom link and hop back on. Once again,
And
yes.
save the chat.
Yes, don't forget to save the chat over there if you have not done so. And then I have recorded this for your pleasure, and I will be putting this on my YouTube channel, and then I will post it on my Facebook page. So if you've not friended me, this is a good time to do that. Nancy Sue Quinn Gaskins. And that way you can get that playback. Now those playbacks are only for members only, but I'm doing this during my membership drive so that folks can get in there and watch and listen to see what we're all about. Because again, this platform is different. You know, sometimes you just do pitches, sometimes you just do networking, sometimes, you know, there's a lot of different things. And we're about training and development, small business development, and referral partnerships. So that's what we're about. So again, I thank you all for joining us, and I look forward to working with you and becoming referral partners with you. So you guys have a,
How do you save the chat?
you go over to the bottom on your chat with the 3 dots, click on the 3 dots, and then it should say save. Are you on your desktop?
Yeah, I just went. Okay.
Okay. If anybody has trouble, you can send me a message and I'll be happy to send that to you.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a great evening, fabulous Saturday, continue selling, and get after it.
See you later.
Nancy, can we do a call after tonight's event?
Yes,
We have time?
yes, because this is my night that I'm up like till midnight 30. Absolutely.
I have a 1:30 in the morning appointment for an ATA, so there-
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Nice meeting you.